Okay, so we're recording. Thank you everyone for coming to hear Maggie Thorne on our program. We hope you're healthy. We hope you're staying safe and social distancing and washing your hands. And glad that you are still participating in Girl Scouts. So today we're going to have Maggie talk, and she does so much awesome stuff for Girl Scouts in Nebraska and for our council. And I'm excited that she is on today. We're going to be talking about a lot about her bow patch, which if you have earned your bow patch, can you type it in the comments just to see if anyone has done that yet? That would be cool. But all right, Maggie, I'll turn it over to you to introduce yourself a little bit and then get started. The entrepreneurship is the first part of the bow patch. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I saw another chat pop up, so I want to acknowledge that real quick. Awesome. So first of all, I just have to show everybody, this is a special bow. Can you notice this? It's a Girl Scout bow. So I figured what better time to sport it than now. I'm really excited just to even launch the bow patch in this time where we have an opportunity to do things differently. And I'm very focused on being able to have perspective in seasons of uncertainty, and we're in that. Here we are, we're all on Zoom, and I appreciate everyone that's joining us. But when we hit these seasons that are very unexpected, and I've been in that for the last year, they become opportunity. And so with the bow patch, and we talk about entrepreneurship, this is a really interesting time, I think, for women and girls to be really creative, because the world's different right now. And there is still job opportunity and creativity that people can put their minds to, and whether that's as an individual, with your troop, with your mom, your dad, is to get creative and get those entrepreneurship just juices flowing, I'll say. And one of them is you can watch 2 Spirit of Nebraska entrepreneurship online programs. That counts towards the patch. And then you can also create a one-page business plan. And I would love to see some of these. I've been challenging my girls. I'm like, well, what can people do differently in this time? You've seen people start to create face masks. There's a lot of different online programs people are taking virtually to educate. So there is different markets. If you're not familiar with that, you can search what business markets are. But there's just lots of opportunities to be creative with entrepreneurship. So the next one to get into is community. One of my personal favorites, outside of being able to encourage others, but community and what you can do, again, creatively, following social distancing, to encourage others. And I want to show you something that my girls and I have created. This is our little tote with cards and stickers, and we actually have a giant inflatable unicorn that we put on, and we kind of go dance on someone's lawn sometimes with 80s songs just to make them smile. Of course, social distancing. But we have lots of stickers and markers, and we make giant posters, and just to really kind of encourage people and let them know that they still matter. Every small thing adds up to value in someone's life, in someone's heart, in how we want to love and serve them. And some people might traditionally be a hospital volunteer, where they like to go visit patients. Well, this is the time when we can stand outside of a hospital, hold up a sign, encourage someone. And it could be everything from your favorite picture. The most important thing is being able to share your time. And we all have a lot of time right now. So it's a great opportunity to be able to do some of these things. So some of the other ones, which my girls and I have done as well, is writing some affirmations on a sidewalk. And I know sidewalk drawings are really popular on the internet right now, but take it up a notch and write something encouraging. One of my daughters wrote, "You rule," even though my 8-year-old spelled rule, R-O-O-L. I still loved it, and I'm sure neighbors do as they walk by. And then something else that was really fun that we tried to do, and I would love to see people's photos and tag us in any of this, tag me, tag Girl Scouts of Nebraska. But we had my daughter pose of, where do you wish you could be right now? And their grandparents live in San Diego. So my daughter said, I would love to be surfing in San Diego. And I'm not going to say she's a great surfer, but she loves to be in the ocean with me. So she posed like she was on a surfboard. We traced it, and then she took the time to draw the scene around it. And then she wrote, be bold. And so, putting yourself in that position where you say, I am bold, I'm strong, what can you do for just some of those powerful moments that you want to experience, or maybe let your neighbors and community enjoy. And whether it's your driveway, if you've filled it up, maybe go knock on a neighbor's door, step away, give them 6 feet, and ask if you can share some drawings in their driveway. That's something that is so fun, where they can walk out, see some artwork. Maybe there's some elderly neighbors that would really enjoy that, especially as we're getting ready for Easter. I'm sure there's lots of fun things that they could do, writing some affirmations. And then some of these things, when I talk about whether it's visiting a hospital or a retirement home, is just to call ahead and say, we'd love a couple of us, my family, to bring a sign, stand outside. We want to encourage people and make sure that it's okay. But I can tell you right now, and guarantee you would make someone's day. As we talk about that, some of the things also for first responders, this is a time when there are some people who don't have a choice and really have to work, and they're putting themselves on the front lines. There are first responders in a lot of different ways, and being able to show gratitude. In this season, it's a time to be able to say, we're grateful, thank you. And these are even some of the words that you could just put on a sign is, we're thankful for you, we're grateful for you, you're amazing, nice smile, nice eyes. Get people to giggle, have fun with it. And again, with Easter, say you're hopping. I mean, the sky is the limit for how we can encourage someone right now. And the more creative, the funner. I would say when we did put on that unicorn costume, got out our little boom box, and I do have some other costumes as well. We like costumes in this house, but it just brought someone to tears. And it was so fun to see that they knew we had put so much thought and intention into that. So those are some really, really great things. Globally, you can support an online campaign to an international nonprofit organization. And having a lot of experience with international nonprofits, I do want to say that even if you take $1 of your savings, is everything will add up for every organization right now. And that could be Girl Scouts globally, Girl Scouts Nebraska, Feed One. There are so many organizations that do need support and encouragement. And even if it's something where your family might not feel like they can share financially right now, someone else might. So share who they are. Search an organization, find why you love them, why you are passionate about them, do some of the homework, and then be able to share it with friends and say, this is something during this time that I see what they're doing. I love what they're doing. And as a part of encouraging them, I want to encourage you to help support them and raise awareness for their efforts too. And there's definitely a lot of those organizations right now. So that is a really, really powerful one. One of them is definitely doing social distancing litter pickup, obviously with some gloves, a lot of hand sanitizer. Oh, someone put video on. I love being able to see someone's face. If anyone wants to do their camera, even if you're in your PJs, let's have a pajama party. I'm wearing sweats, so just to make anybody feel better, we're all in this together. I have slippers on too. So that's something that you can do, is some social distancing litter pickup, and just being mindful of the parks. I know some of the parks, yay, Laura joining, I love it. Look at that morning hair.
Hi.
Those are things that are great. Hello. And, as we talk about different patients, there's still a lot of patients that do need care above and beyond the families that are dealing with COVID. Maybe there's breast cancer patients, survivors of that, and different people who need a lot of care in this moment. And above and beyond being able to share a heart, a card, an encouragement, some stickers. We're a big fan of stickers. It's a great, great time to do that creatively. And so I'm going to move on to the empowerment part. And something I want to remind people with empowerment is it's not just who you are strong physically, it's how we encourage each other. It's being able to solve a problem. And I've been talking to my daughters a lot about leadership recently and what it means to listen. And this is a great time to sit and listen to some friends, find out what encourages them, what inspires them. And I would ask, more and more people. That's one of my favorite things when I'm on the road is I love to hear people's stories. I love when they share. It's exciting. It's so fun to hear what drives them and makes them smile and maybe makes them giggle too. That's so fun. So I definitely want to do that. And for those of you who have your camera on, I want to take a moment. We'll just do part of the patch right now. I want people to strike a strong pose that makes you feel powerful. So here, I like to dab because it makes me smile. And when I smile and laugh, I feel stronger. I'll be real. So I'm going to dab. Give me a strong pose here. Oh yeah, Renee. Let's see. I know I can see Alexis and Emily. Oh, Emily, that's great. I love it. Alexis, what you got for your strong pose? And I'm just pretending I see all these other great things on the screen here for those that I can't see. I welcome all bedheads in pajamas. So that's a really fun one. And if later when you're out of your morning routine, you want to take a picture with your brother, your sister, your mom, or your dad, show me your strong pose. Show the Girl Scouts your strong pose. Maybe it's in your uniform. Maybe it's in a costume. Just let us know what that is and then tag us in it. Again, Girl Scouts Nebraska, can tag me in it. That's something that's really fun. But it's very important to find a way that as you stand, it makes you feel strong. That's something I just really want to encourage you. And then write it down like it's a story or a movie as we talk about empowering, being able to write something down of a time when you stood up for yourself. And I know that as people, go through different times right now, especially everyone's doing online learning, maybe we're doing things differently online. Is there a time when you've had to stand up for yourself? So write that down or find out someone else's story of a time. Ask your mom or dad when they had to stand up for themselves and then write it down like it's a story or movie. There's always an opportunity to empower another girl in your life, sending messages to friends that you love, you want to celebrate, and telling them why you're proud of who they are. One of the things with my daughters is I always remind them, because one of my daughters is an athlete, I said, I want you to remember, it's great that you can do all these things in sports, but your greatest act of leadership is how you treat your teammates and how you love and you listen. And as we do that with troops too, that's really important. And your brothers and your sisters, you have brothers and sisters and your mom and your dad, is how we treat them and love them and respect them. So these are some great ways to interact, especially the bow patch in this time. And just to recap what we said, the big word of the day was opportunity. So let's get it up for opportunity. This is a time where we can be adaptable. Someone told me once that the great ones adjust. And I've always loved to think about that because there's a lot of adjusting right now. But we can have perspective, passion, pursuit, and we can uplift and encourage people. So Renee, I believe there will be sharing some of these with the Scouts of what we have, of what I've kind of talked about today. And she put in the message of the tags. So share with your friends. If you tag us, I want to challenge you. This is your morning challenge to tag 3 to 5 friends too. Tag some family members. Let's just get this going. I would love just to be able to see some of these things in action, because as we all know, there's time on our hands. So I'm going to take a few moments to answer any more questions. I know I had one from Emily. I appreciate that. Does anyone else have any more questions right now? So I can answer.
Maggie, do you want to answer the first question again, just for people who may have missed it before?
Yeah.
And we can also just make sure it's included in the recording. So when will you be on American Ninja Warrior next?
I have no plans to be on Ninja Warrior again at this time because my sole focus is recovering from my brain injury. I had a brain injury actually 1 year ago, almost today. Monday will be the 1 year anniversary. And I've still been recovering from it. I'm trying to get strong again. My life changed in an instant. And I've had a last year of a lot of unexpected. And what everyone is experiencing right now, the quarantine, not being able to travel, not being able to interact, that actually was for the last year in a lot of ways, from the brain injury and being sick so often and just being able to lose some of the capabilities I had physically, but I had to stand back and take the opportunity to just continue to grow who I was as a person and really emotionally. That's been a big part of it. Is I want to have emotional strength, physical strength, and just being able to focus on that. Oh, we got a question. How many bows? Oh, okay. So I have the Girl Scout bow. For anybody that didn't see that, this is a special bow that I have. Then, oh, the bows I wear most often, they're called a bow tie bow. And I have 2 headbands of those and then probably about 6 clip-ons. And out above and beyond that, my daughters have the rest of our bows. They are scattered everywhere. I can, if there's some kind of bow that they know isn't mommy's bow, it's gone. That's okay. I'm happy to share my bows.
So I have a question. How do you get them to stay on when you're doing all your training and running through the course and everything? And I just want to, just please everyone stay muted because that helps the audio stay nice. It sounds good. And if you can put your questions in the chat box, but I want to know how do you keep them in there when you're running around?
So all of these bows have alligator clips, the ones that stay in. And I've done mud races in them. I actually, during a race for Spartan, one of them cut on barbed wire and I didn't notice. And someone was like, ma'am, your bow. And so I turned around and went back and plucked it off the barbed wire, but it survived 13 miles otherwise in my hair. And I have some photos in Spartan races where I'm jumping over fire or I'm in a muddy pit with a bow on. If I'm not doing athletic competition, I just wear the headbands because if any girl knows, if you wear your hair in a tight ponytail for too long, it doesn't feel that great. And so I try to wear the headbands actually most often.
Okay.
It's good. Never been asked that. Of all the questions I've ever been asked in my life, I've been asked how I keep my bows on.
Yeah. All right. So if anyone else has any other questions, you can type them into the chat box. I'd wanted to mention one more time that we have the bow patch. We worked with Maggie and we revamped some of the requirements for social distancing time. So we're working on getting those requirements out to everyone. Hopefully in the next day or two, you'll find those on our website and on social media. So you can earn her bow patch, and the bow patch you can order through our store online. So, or you can call the shops at your local Girl Scout center and order your patch that way. So you can still do Girl Scouts and earn patches while you're at home. And Maggie's got a great patch for you. Again, just like she was talking about, empowerment, community service, and entrepreneurship are all part of her very special bow patch. So we're excited to offer that to you girls to earn while you're at home. Does anyone have any questions? Any last questions for Maggie? Go ahead and type them in the question box.
As people are thinking about a last question, if they have one, I just want to encourage again, this is a time of social distancing, but it doesn't mean we can't have digital connection. And this is a great, great opportunity to take all these small pockets that we've been gifted of opportunity to love someone, empower someone, encourage someone, especially the friends around us, and starting with our family. Shout out to your mom and dad, give them big hugs, write them a note. My kids and I have been writing notes and notes back and forth to each other, and we just have a special spot that we leave it. So it's been fun, and this is a time that we can still make it fruitful too.
We got another question. How many times have you been on American Ninja Warrior?
5 times. I was on for 5 seasons, and then I did 2 seasons of Spartan Ultimate Teen Challenge and 2 seasons of Ninja versus Ninja.
Wow, that's cool. Okay, any other questions for Maggie? Getting ready for this call, I went back and I watched a whole bunch of your Ninja Warrior courses. It was very impressive, very impressive. You never give up.
Thanks.
That's great.
Absolutely, and thanks, Alexis. I'm glad that you love American Ninja Warriors as well. It's a great community. I always want to put myself in a community that helps me grow, stay encouraged, stay positive with peers that will push me towards things that are good for who I am as a person and good for our community and the people around us. So as we mentioned earlier, and Renee put it in there, tag me, tag Girl Scouts, tag some friends. Let's get this positivity going.
Yes. Wonderful. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Maggie. This was great. And so everyone watching, recording is going to go on our website. So you could watch it again later. And we have great online programming every day at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. And at 2 p.m. today, we're going to be doing we're going to talk to a food scientist, a woman who studies how to reuse water from food waste. Very interesting. So we'll hear from a real life scientist and what she does. So thank you again for attending, and I just thank everyone, and I'm so glad you guys are here, and hope you are staying healthy and safe. So
I just want to say one more thing here, and sorry to say one more thing, but I forgot I had this next to me because all my card box is blocking it. But if anybody wants something fun to read with their mom, my daughter and I were just in a book, Strong Like Her, and she is the only kid in the book. And so what I want to say with that and why I brought that up is, even though you're a kid, you can always do amazing, amazing things. Don't ever talk yourself out of anything. Kids, you are powerful. Don't forget it. Empower yourself.